Welcome back. Well, we are still less than 2 months away from the end of hurricane season, and one of the most powerful storms of the year recently made landfall in Japan. So how can families prepare their homes if they haven't already? Joining us now with more is Tim Johns, President and CEO of Zephyr Insurance. Good morning. Welcome back, Tim. Nice to see you.
Aloha. Nice to be here.
It's very important to talk about this because we are not out of the woods yet in terms of hurricane season. So families who might not be prepared, what do they need to know?
Well, there's probably three things that people should think about. First is getting ready for their personal safety. So make sure they have the plan for their family, their pets, and they have their 14-day emergency kit put together that we've talked about before. So if they have that in place, that's good. The second thing is to think about their property. So walk around their house, cut back the trees, clean the gutters, make sure if you're going to do any kind of window coverings, you have time to get that ready. And then the third thing is check your insurance so that if an event does happen, you know what kind of coverage you have and that you can get back to normal as soon as possible after that.
Now, speaking of your insurance, there are 3 different insurance policies, major ones. What's the difference?
That's right. We've seen a bit of confusion this year around the different kinds of policies for homeowners, and the first major one is homeowners policy. Most of the homeowners policies in Hawaii, what they cover is your home, permanent structures, some of your personal effects, those kinds of things. But what it does exclude is hurricane coverage, so coverage from hurricane winds, or flood coverage. So those are excluded, so you need separate policies for those. So you'll need a homeowners policy, a hurricane policy, and a flood coverage policy.
Can you tell us more about the homeowners insurance product? Is this new?
Sure. No, the homeowners policies have been around for a while. Zephyr has been focusing on hurricanes coverage since Iniki in 1992, so we've been around a long time. But a lot of homeowners also ask for policies that can be bundled together. So recently we started to offer the homeowners policy in addition to the hurricane coverage. And so, again, the difference between hurricane coverage is wind damage. If wind blows water into your house, then hurricane coverage covers that. Flood coverage covers streams or storm surge, that kind of stuff.
And it's important to always remind people about insurance because there are always people moving to the islands or maybe people who inherited homes. When it comes to a mortgage and insurance, talk again about what is required.
So generally, state law does not require hurricane coverage, but if you have a mortgage, you do have to have hurricane. The banks or the lending company requires hurricane coverage. What happens is sometimes people pay off their mortgage and they say, hey, I don't need it anymore, but or somebody inherits the house and they don't necessarily know that the coverage should be there. Obviously, we think it's better to be safe than sorry because a hurricane can not only hurt your home, but it can really hurt your sense of financial security unless you have the kind of coverage that you need.
And Mother Nature can come very quickly, as we've seen in the past.
That's right.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, we're still in hurricane season. If you remember, well, most of you may be too young, but Hurricane Eva hit right around Thanksgiving in 1982, so we're still having a couple more months of exposure.
I wish I was too young to say I don't remember Hurricane Eva, but I do. Thank you so much, Tim, for being here.
Great to be here.
All right, we have much more coming up here on